Now this lesson's on logarithms in base A. Last lesson we did logarithms in base 10. So it's very similar. So for this lesson you'll need your booklet. You also need your graphics calculator. So here we have log base AB is equal to C, and that is true if and only if the base is A, so A to the power of C is equal to B. Now you may like to pause the video every now and then so you have time to copy things down. Now, what I'd like to show you is how to use your calculator to type that in. So please get your calculator. Okay, now that you have your calculator, just turn it on, menu, go to the normal calculator there, the top left corner. And now we're looking for the log button, but not simply just that log button. No, not that one, but we're after the one that has a different base. Because if you recall, that one is base 10. So to do that, first of all, you have to press the button Option. And then we have to press Calc, which is F4. And as you can see, it does not appear there, so we're pressing F6 until we see log AB. That's the one. So press that one and type in was base 5, 125, press equal and see what you get. And if you typed it in properly in your calculator, you would have got number 3. Okay, so now let's get on with our work. That was the first question that we have in our booklet, and it's asking us to write an equivalent exponential statement for that equation there. So here we go. That simply means 5 to the power of 3 is equal to 125. We've written down an exponential statement because it has an exponent. All done. That's simple. Next one. Write an equivalent logarithmic statement for that. Okay. We write down log. What's the base here? Base is 7, so we put base 7. And 7 to the 4, okay, let's put the 4 here. So 7 to the power of 4, the 2401 goes in there. Okay, now this doesn't look very nice, so I'm just going to put it in brackets there, make it look a little bit nicer there. Those brackets in that case, they're not really necessary. But anyway, they look okay. Next one. We have over here, we have to solve for x. Well, off we go. For this one, we're going to have to write it as an exponential statement. So we have, look what I'm going to do here. I have 3 to the power of 5. Let's write it down. 3 to the power of 5 is equal to 2x plus 1. 3 to the 5, I believe that is, I forgot, so I'm doing my calculator, 243. So we have that 2x plus 1 is equal to 243. And we solve as per usual. 2x, 243 minus 1. 2x is equal to 242. X is equal to 242 over 2, and half of 242 is 121. So if you'd like to copy that down, please pause the video, and next I'm going to show you how to use your calculator to solve for x. Now, since I've got the same screen as before, I'm going to press exit a few times there, and here we go. Now we're going to look for solve n. Now you should be familiar with solve n. That's option, calc, solve n. And we're going to type in the equation, which was log base 3. Now, since we already were at the option calc, there it is. So let's go and type in the equation. And fingers crossed, we'll get 121. Yes, we did. Now continuing, what do you think that would be equal to, by the way? Would it make it any easier if I did this? 2 to the what is going to give us 2 to the 5? 5. Okay, so notice this, by the way. See the base here, 2? Same base there. That makes it easy. The answer is going to be equal to 5. So if I gave you this, look at this, base 7, 7 to the 3, straight away you should be able to tell me that that is equal to 3. Well, in that case now, what's that going to be then? Simply x. Now, is that true for all values of x? Yes, it is. All real values of x, that is. And that's why we have that statement there afterwards. So please copy that one down, just the x, and we'll continue. So next, we're going to have to evaluate the following. Now, the base here is 3, and the trick is to get this as 3 to the power of something. Okay, so let's go step by step. We have log base 3. Now, let me just write this one down here. We have 1 over square root of 243. Now, 243, what is that? Can we write it as 3 to the power of something? Yes, we can. So it's like saying 3 to the 5, and we have the square root of that. Well, let's not write the square root. Let's go and write down that is equal to the power of a half. Now we're almost there. We have log base 3. Now, we have 5 times a half. Well, that's 5 over 2. But it's down in the denominator. So that becomes 3 to the power of negative 5 over 2. Oops. And what's that equal to then? Well, oops, that's not there. Well, it is equal to simply negative 5 over 2. So, for these types of questions, you should answer them as if you didn't have a calculator. Well, in other words, you're showing all of the steps there. Now, as it's always a good idea to go and type that in your calculator and see if it matches your answer there. Okay, next one. Log base 2, 8 over square root 2. Again, the trick here is, can we express that as something with a base of 2? So let's go 8, that's equal to 2 to the power of 3, and square root 2 is 2 to the half. Now, 3 minus a half. Now, what's that? 3 minus a half. That is 2.5. How do we write 2.5? 5 halves. And straight away, look at that. See that base there? That base there, they match. Straight away the answer is 5 over 2. Oops, there. Next one. Decimal. Not very nice. But since the base is 8, that should make us think, can I write this as a fraction, something to do with 8 in it? And yes, we can. And that is simply equal to 1 over 8. Another way to write 1 over 8 is 8 to the power of negative 1. What's that equal to then? Simply negative 1. So that's it for this lesson. So could you please go and do section 13b, which is on page 359.